The national service was the first time in my life that I really understood why people would jump. Like, the stress was just so much. Nobody prepared us for this at all.
There are people who you have conversations with and they tell you that, oh, I don't have annual leave. And I'm like, what do you mean by you don't have annual leave? Is it, yeah, on the contracts they said, I'm not entitled to any leave. And so I work it the whole year. And I'm like, no. So issues like rent. If you go on my Twitter, God, I've been ranting about rent for like God knows how long. Like, rent for young people, we are dying in this capital. Hi, I'm ADB. Welcome to the Suits, Gist and Hustle podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Follow us on all our social media handles. Hi, I'm ADB and I'm joined by
Ofosua. It's amazing to be here. ADB, tell me, where did the idea of Suits, Gist and Hustle come from?
Thank you so much, Ofosua. So this idea actually came to mind when I was doing my national service 4 years ago. I, just like any young graduate, entered the workforce with all the enthusiasm in the world, only to be met with some unpleasant situations. And I wondered, how come no one prepped us for this? Like, nobody spoke about this. So that was where the idea actually came from.
And goodness, I remember that too. I think national service, I remember we were talking about this the other day. National service was the first time in my life that I really understood why people would jump. Like, the stress was just so much. Nobody prepared us for this at all. So how long has it been since then? What has been the journey to us being here today, talking Suits, Gist and Hustle? And tell us a bit more, why the name Suits, Gist and Hustle?
Great. So 4 years in the making. I'm a huge write the vision down person. So I wrote the vision down. I wasn't so sure. I didn't attach any timeline to it because I wasn't sure how I was going to go about. There were times where, we would start and life would happen. And so we'd have to put it, on the side. Life would happen and we'll have to put it on the side. But today we are here. I mean, like, I believe in seasons and timing. So I believe that this is the right time for all of this to come together. And so it's happening right before us. But then the name, the name. So the name Suits, Gist and Hustle because we didn't want it to be just corporate conversations. Okay. We wanted everybody to relate. So whether you are in a boardroom, whether you are at Mokola, to do selling the jeans, we wanted this to be an everyday conversation that every single person can relate to. So basically that's the reason why Suits, Gist and Hustle.
Are we a Konkonsa show with the gist in the middle? Like, are we come to spill the beans?
So my friend, shout out Sarah, she says, say gist.
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 Gist. A little bit of Kokonsa in here, but it's safe Kokonsa because we don't want anybody to be following us with any
data
lawyer.
Privacy, anonymized.
No. We don't have money. We don't have any lawyers. We beg, So it will not be any name calling or anything, but obviously the gist will be there.
Nice. Hi, enjoying our conversation so far, and you haven't subscribed yet? Oh, master, madam, no, don't do that. Subscribe, like, comment and share. Let's continue with the rest. So you talked about writing the vision down. What is the vision of Suits, Gist and Hustle? What's the point?
So the point is basically simple. I believe that we should have conversations, and these conversations, especially when it comes to the corporate world, is like, who do you go to? There's a popular phrase that HR is not your friend. So if you can't go to HR, who do you speak to? So I believe that it's important for us to be able to have these conversations as people who have, one, experienced it, to make sure that, you know, some of the things that we went through when we're new in the corporate space, the people who are coming after us don't experience. I think we owe them that. So basically, just be able to have the conversations, which are sometimes difficult, by the way, but it's always important to have the conversations.
When you called me up, said we should do this together, and what you rightly said about those who are coming, I've also realized that it's also good for us who are still middle level manager, going higher up, because even when you get there, there are lots of things you just can't say. So yeah, really, really love that you sold this vision to us, and we are here today. Can you imagine? We are actually recording the first one. Now, tell me some of the topics you want to talk about.
Okay, so the topics are a lot. For the corporate side, we are going to basically talk about contracts, labor laws. You know, there are people you have conversations with and they tell you that, oh, I don't have annual leave. And I'm like, what do you mean by you don't have annual leave? Is it, yeah, on the contracts they said, you know, I'm not entitled to any leave. And so I work it the whole year. And I'm like, no. You know, so these are some of the conversations when it comes to the corporate side. For the everyday lifestyle, you know, issues like rent. If you go on my Twitter, God, I've been ranting about rent for like God knows how long. Like rent for young people, we are dying in this capital. Those are some of the topics that we will be looking at.
Nice, nice. And how often should we expect the podcast to come out?
Okay, so we are going to release an episode every 2 weeks, and it will come out on Wednesday because, you know, midweek, by Wednesday, you know, you settle down, you know, you are getting ready for the weekend, and so it's not too serious, it's not too unserious too, so you're just, you know, in the middle. Yeah,
I like what you said about not too serious. There are going to be some very serious conversations here.
Oh yes.
And there are going to be some, you wonder, are these people full-time employed in this Ghana that we live in?
We are bringing all the versions of ourselves. They're serious and not serious. You have all of it here, trust me.
So how will people find us on social media?
So on social media, it's simple. Suits Just Hustle. Together, one word. On X, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube.
Yeah. If you don't find us, we are definitely coming soon.
Yes. Yes.
All right, now how do our listeners contribute to our conversations? Because we are just two. So how do we get everybody's voice in this conversation that we are having?
Great. This is where the listener letter comes in.
The what?
So, the listener letter. So you have the opportunity to send us your letters, your questions, your dilemmas. I mean, like, you know, those things that you can't say to HR, we will be your safe spot. Send them to us at kasahugh@gmail.com. We promise you privacy. We promise that we will make sure we do not spill your beans outside.
Yeah. I think we've realized how the corporate world can be unforgiving.
Yeah.
It can be such a great opportunity for growth, but some of the learnings you don't have to go through. So yes, you can tell us. We will say it, but, you know, say it well.
Yes.
I think that's a word.
Yes.
And that's one of the things we had to learn, how to say it well. So I'm really happy about this. Thank you so much, ADB. I look forward to an amazing time with you. Wait, do we have guest speakers?
Oh yes. I mean, we can't do it by ourselves.
Nice.
Do we know it all?
No.
I mean, I have an education background. I don't have an HR background. So imagine if I come to give you XYZ on HR. No, obviously not. So we will bring all the experts here to dissect all of the issues, all of your concerns. We got you. We got you.
Nice one. So thanks, ADB. Thanks, everyone. We'll be live every 2 weeks. Well, no, we'll be live. We'll release an episode every 2 weeks. Look out for it on Wednesday. Just remember, not too serious. Not
too unserious.
Not too unserious.
Just in the middle.
Just in the middle. No.
Yeah.
Yes. And we look forward to your letters, please. If you don't send us letters, we don't have content. So bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's unpack it. Let's say what you really need to hear about the corporate world. Let's say what you need to hear about life in Ghana and Accra, in this world, this modern day age. Yeah, it suits Just and Hustle.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this episode of Suits Gist and Hustle podcast. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you on the next one.